Welcome to the demo video for the end of the first H3 work cycle. H3 is the new self-deposit application for the Stanford Digital Repository, and it's being built by the engineering and design team from Stanford University Libraries. This application will be replacing our existing self-deposit application, which we refer to as H2. This is the dashboard for the new application. We do not yet have a homepage, so the user is taken directly to this dashboard. We have implemented the ability to create a collection. The form currently includes all the metadata fields for creating a collection exactly as it exists in H2, but does not yet include the options for configuring collection settings like licenses or visibility, or for adding managers or depositors. You can save as a draft at any time, or click on the next button to step through the sections of the form, and when you're done, you click Deposit to create the collection. Instead of actually creating the collection, we're going to go back to the dashboard and use an existing collection. We do not yet have breadcrumbs for navigation implemented, but that's coming up on our priority list. Back on the dashboard, let's deposit to this existing collection. This is our new deposit form, and for those who are familiar with our existing application, you'll note that this left navigation over here for the deposit form is new. We've reorganized this so that users see only a piece of the form at one time instead of one long scrolling form. Users can click on the next buttons at the bottoms of the pages or the headers in the left nav bar to move through the form. One section of the form that we're making significant changes to is the file upload section. In this new app, users will see one box where they can drag and drop files that support both flat lists and file hierarchies. We are now also able to remove our 250 file upload limit and support up to 25,000 files. Files and hierarchies are displayed as a hierarchy when there are fewer than 1,000 files. When there are more files than that, we switch to a paginated display that will eventually display the full paths instead of any hierarchy. We will also be implementing the Globus integration in the future for handling content over 10 gigabytes, but we don't have that yet. A number of sections of the form that we've implemented function exactly the same as the current form, so I'm going to skip over those for this demo and focus on the improvements that we've been making. So we're working on several changes to the author section of the form, not all of which are you seeing here yet. One thing you do see here is that we've put the ORCID ID entry option first to encourage people to use that. We're also implementing an option for the logged in user to automatically retrieve their ORCID ID to populate the author fields without having to find it and paste it in. This will work for users who have linked their ORCID IDs to their CNET IDs at authorized.stanford.edu. For other authors, pasting in the ORCID ID will retrieve the person's name as it does in H2. So let's look at the type of deposit section next. In H2, this piece exists in a modal that the user sees before they are taken into the form. The subtypes are then later modifiable in the form, but the work type is not. And these are the work types here at the top of the form. Here we've changed this to move all of this into the form proper, and it works essentially the same as the modal, but for the first time, the work types will remain editable by the user. We're also making some changes to the citation for the work. In H2, we build the citation in real time in the form so that the user can see when they add an author. For example, that change is immediately made in the citation. The user can also edit the citation to provide a custom citation. In H3, we are approaching the auto-generated citation in a new way. We will actually not be storing a citation in the metadata or displaying one to the user, but instead we want to provide the end user on Perl a set of auto-generated citations and hopefully bibtex similar to what we provide for users at SearchWorks when they click the Cite button. This will require changes to Perl, so we are investigating what will be required for that. The user will continue to have the option to create a custom citation entry. Related works are changing as well. We are prioritizing the entry of related works via URIs, so we have a box for that at the top. If the user doesn't have a URI, then they can check this box and provide a free text citation. Either way, they will now be required to indicate how this work is related to work they are depositing, which is a new requirement. When you get to the last page, You click the deposit button to deposit your work, and if you've missed some required fields or your entries don't pass our validation, you'll be taken back to the first tab with an error so that you can make corrections. All the tabs with errors are highlighted in the nav bar in red with error symbols. Since I haven't filled in all the fields, I can't deposit this work, but once deposited, we do have the view page for the work implemented, like the one shown here. So, a great deal of progress and much more to come in the new year. Thanks for watching.